Welcome to the high-stakes poker game of global health. While the world was busy moving on from the pandemic, the $100 billion vaccine industry just underwent a hard reset. We're moving from the sprint of COVID-19 to a marathon of chronic adult diseases. This isn't just an industry report. It's a forensic audit of how the giants are trying to stay relevant while the agile disruptors are picking their pockets. Think of this as the succession of big pharma, minus the helicopters, plus a lot more mRNA. The big 4 inches currently own 80% of the market, a fortress so thick it makes the Great Wall look like a picket fence. But look at the cracks. Merck's HPV lead is cooling, and Pfizer's pneumococcal moat is being drained. The industry is shifting from pediatric essentials to lifestyle protection. If the old model was a Swiss watch, the new one is a Tesla, software-driven, fast-iterating, and increasingly decentralized. The giants aren't just fighting each other, they're fighting a gravity-defying shift in global demand. Size is a liability when the wind changes. While Western titans are happy with 4% growth, Asia's SK Bioscience just pulled off a 143% revenue surge. That's not a growth curve, that's a Falcon 9 launch. The Western giants are like massive oil tankers, powerful, but takes 10 miles to turn. The new Asian entrants are jet skis with torpedoes. They are leveraging CDMO pivots to manufacture at costs that make Western margins look like a luxury tax. Margins are being squeezed by a pincer movement. In the West, the Inflation Reduction Act is a quote-unquote margin guillotine. In the East, China's GPO is a price war machine that turns premium products into commodities overnight. If you thought pharma was a high-margin heaven, welcome to the discount basement. Success now requires vertical integration. If you don't own the factory and the raw materials, you're not a drug company. You're just an expensive middleman waiting for a pink slip from the government. mRNA is the Moore's law of biology. We've collapsed R&D cycles from a decade-long odyssey to a 4-year sprint. Moderna's latest RSV approval was so fast, it gave the regulators whiplash. Traditional R&D is like writing a book by hand. mRNA is like using ChatGPT. It's modular, programmable, and dangerously fast. If your pipeline is still stuck in the egg-based era, you're basically bringing a knife to a laser tag fight. In the RSV sector, Pfizer just taught GSK a brutal lesson in commercial blitzkrieg. GSK was first to market, but Pfizer had the better Swiss Army knife strategy, dual indications for adults and mothers. Pfizer's 36% growth explosion proves that in this market, it's not who gets there first, it's who brings the biggest megaphone. GSK's lead evaporated faster than a tech startup's cash burn. It's a reminder, a great molecule is useless without a savage distribution engine. Gardasil, Merck's golden goose, just took a 39% hit in China. Why? Because the inventory dam finally broke. Relying on a single blockbuster in one region is like building a mansion on a sandbar during hurricane season. Domestic competitors like Walvax are circling with 9-valent tech that's good enough and half the price. Merck isn't just facing a bad quarter, they're facing a structural rewrite of how high-end vaccines are sold in emerging markets. While everyone else is brawling in the mud of price wars, GSK's Shingrix is sitting in the VIP lounge. With $4.7 billion in revenue, it's the ultimate premium moat. Their secret? Adjuvant technology so complex that generic competitors can't even spell it, let alone copy it. It's the Hermes Birkin of vaccines. High price, high demand, and zero substitutes. If you want to survive the 2020s, you need a product that people will buy even when the economy is screaming. The narrative that China only copies is officially dead. Walvax is now exporting to 26 countries, and SK Bioscience is buying up German manufacturing plants. We are seeing the deglobalization of the supply chain in real time. These companies aren't just selling vaccines, they're selling biological sovereignty. For a developing nation, a Chinese vaccine with WHO approval is a get-out-of-debt-free card compared to Western pricing. Now let's look at the Creative Accounting Awards. Walvax's profit is 71% paper gain from capitalized R&D. If they used Western accounting standards, their profit would be as thin as a single-ply tissue. And Hualan? Their receivables are so high they're basically a bank that happens to sell flu shots. When a company's IOUs are bigger than its actual cash, that's not a business. That's a prayer circle. R&D spending is the ultimate lie detector. Walvax is burning 15.7% of revenue. That's more than Pfizer. They are essentially sprinting uphill while carrying a backpack full of bricks. It's a heroic bet on 2030, but it leaves zero margin for error. In this industry, you're either an innovator or you're a footnote. Walvax is betting the entire farm that they can out-innovate the Big Four before their cash runs out. The era of the mega merger is over. No one wants to buy a whole department store when they just need one pair of shoes. 2025 is the year of the molecule heist. Sanofi and GSK are hunting for specific mRNA blueprints and respiratory moats. They are buying the brain and leaving the body. It's surgical, it's efficient, and it's how you build a 2030 portfolio without the 1990s bloat. Efficiency is where the mask slips. Merck, MSD, is a lean, mean profit machine at 16% SG&A. Then you have Hualan at nearly 50%. When you spend half your money on marketing and admin, you're not selling medicine, you're buying customers. In a price-capped world, bloated is just another word for bankrupt. The future belongs to the lean, those who can deliver a dose for the price of a latte and still keep the lights on. The verdict? Stop chasing the flu shot volume and start chasing the tech moat. The winners of 2026 will be the companies that control mRNA platforms and can export to the global south without needing a billion-dollar sales force. My advice? Follow the tech, not the legacy revenue. If a company doesn't have a strategy for combined vaccines, they're already obsolete. The 2030 race has already started. Most players just haven't realized they're late to the starting line. That's the ground truth of the 2025 vaccine landscape. If you want the full-page data pack with all the forensic details, hit the link in the description or email sales@HDINresearch.com. Don't forget to comment below, which giant do you think falls first? And make sure to follow @HDIN230 for more industry teardowns that the PR departments wish we didn't publish. I'm HDIN's lead analyst. Thanks for watching The Real Numbers.